Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 41 of my Island Living Let's Play Saving Sulani. And if you are returning, welcome back. And I mentioned in the last part we're going to be doing a renovation of their home. We're adding a second story. So that's going to be the first part of this video. So to start with, I wanted to salvage, essentially keep the roof, because I wanted the roof on the second floor to be the same as what we had already on the first floor, because I'm just really building up. So you saw that I essentially shrunk each piece and to keep it out of the way so that I could build, and then I moved it up, and then I'll eventually just make it all longer again. It isn't the full size of the main floor because I had added Piper's room on as an extension, so I didn't have it go all the way over there, though it did go one notch more than the original base floor plan of the house. And of course I had that little part there that's my chimney add-on to continue to go up. Essentially I put a extra story on that too. So here it's going to be partially open to the living space down below, so we aren't getting all of the living space on the second floor because we have it open into just to overlook. I thought that was kind of like a nice idea, and made it more airy in the main, essentially, great room downstairs. Though the kitchen itself stays covered because we have a little area which is going to become our game area, which is why I moved that game table up there, because I also needed somewhere to put the stairs, so the games table was actually going to be in my way. And I used the same stairs as we had used outside there, and then I used the ability to configure them, and I was thinking of switching them around a bit, but I just did the simple one like that, as you can see. And that did get rid of my garbage can into our inventory, as well as I realized later I usually have a column there, but I put that back in off camera because I noticed it quite a bit after the fact. So anyways, so here I'm just sort of getting some lights. Of course, some of the lights are still off from when we were off the grid, and I never turned them all on. So I think when I go into live mode, I might turn them on. I think they've been connected to the grid long. I know they try to be, conservative with energy, even though they're on the grid. I don't want them to be, it's just a bit dark in certain areas, so I have to go and turn them on. So, and I essentially had moved that up and then realized I need a little bit from Piper's area, but then I had to amend it a little bit. So I was trying to add a porch because to cover up that little covered outdoor area up there, since the roof is up above, it doesn't look as good anymore. So I figured it, because I had the column there, so I just added a little outdoor living space that's covered by the roof, the same as it was before. And let's see, just again adding some lights. I end up doing a lot of copying of the rooms from down below and bringing them upstairs instead of redoing it, which is why it didn't take me as long to do this renovation as I originally thought it might do, because I was like, well, we need at least one bathroom up here, and the space essentially fits exactly for the bathrooms from downstairs. I got rid of a lot of those candles because, like I said, I'm thinking I might put more of the lights on so they're not quite so off the grid as they were. And but the lights that I had moved from downstairs do not work upstairs. And I was trying to figure out where to put the rooms, because the other thing we need is a room for their media, essentially for making videos and making music, which currently, that was what made me go, okay, this is going to be a toddler's room. We really can't have the media center, the video station thing in the toddler's room. So which was what made me go, and Solomon and Dominick right now are sharing a bedroom, so maybe we should build up and just have more space, because they're kind of bursting a little bit with two teens, their aunt, and now that we have some more skill building items in the house, we just needed a little bit more. So, and they get they're teens, they're big kids now, so they get double beds again. Though of course, originally Solomon had a double bed, but I took it away and gave them two twin beds. And I think I leave this teddy bear upstairs in what's going to become Dominick's room, just as he had it when he was little, and so he just has it in the room kind of thing. But I realized that I'll probably put it downstairs in the toddler's bedroom once the toddler ages up, because when I end up moving all the equipment out, there's a big space, which is mainly for the dollhouse, which is currently in their inventory, which I do not take out during this renovation. But I realize after we finish this, we will age up our littlest one to a toddler, and then essentially put her bedroom back to being fully a toddler bedroom versus just partially like it is right now. And I wasn't sure initially which of these two rooms. I was going to put the two kids' bedrooms beside each other, but it didn't make a lot of sense because the ensuite goes from the other side. So I figured I would give Solomon a bigger bedroom and let him have his own ensuite. And then I make that room in the middle an exercise room is what I ended up doing with it. And I think I maybe forget to use the blinds in Solomon's room, so I'll have to figure out how to do that later. And in general, I end up mirroring the windows on the main floor, on the second floor, and this is the only place where I do not do that because it just didn't work, and I thought that window worked better. Because of course they're on an island, and in the island you want like open windows to let the air flow through. So I thought that was a good window to put there for, that concept. So here I'm moving more things into that room, which is going to be their media room. And the reason I leave the media room downstairs is because we know they don't sleep very much, because I use the club system to help with their energy for the most part. So they don't really need their bedrooms on the main floor. I know I normally like to have everything on the main floor just so that it's like everything that I need is sort of at hand. But since they don't sleep, I didn't think it really mattered that much. Other than, of course, our toddler is definitely going to be sleeping. So she needed to stay on the main floor. And I get them a flower arranging table because I know I've had, I think Piper maybe, reading the flower arranging skill book, possibly Jana, I can't remember. So I thought maybe it was time for them to get one of that. And then when they actually get their flower arranging skill, if they get it up high enough, then we can get bees, because I think they keep asking for bees. And the reason I put that little trim over that small half wall is because even though it's up that high, I wasn't sure whether Sims will strangely put plates on those, even if they really shouldn't be able to reach them. So I didn't want to take a chance that they'd put plates up there, because then they won't be able to reach them to get them down to clean them. So I just put that trim on there so that they cannot put anything on it. And I add a rug to Dominick's room, because like I said, this is going to be Dominick's room. And I do leave, there's the cat bed in there, and there's going to be one, I think still, there's a couple of cat beds, so the cat has her choice of where she wants to sleep. And I realized that I've been saying we don't have anywhere to put all of their treasures that they found, so I got a couple of these island living tables out, and then I put some shelves up on the wall. And really that's kind of it. And we're going to go into live mode and age up our littlest Nubu to a toddler. So I thought we'd take a look at the house before we go into live mode, because it'll be nighttime when we go into live mode. So you can see what it looks like now as a 2-story home. And now we're going to go into live mode. We're going to go into nighttime. So let's take Jana and have her age up our little, why don't we do a super efficient baby care before we age her up? Oh, she's sleeping. Maybe we don't want to age her up. Maybe we don't want to do super efficient baby care. Okay, so she's asleep, so I don't know that we want to age her up quite yet. So why don't we just quickly, because I hadn't done this when we did our build, is we're going to get their dollhouse and put it here. And of course I can't add the toddler bed yet because, we do have another teddy bear. So we have 2 teddy bears. We don't need another one. Let's turn on the lights in some of the rooms. We're going to turn on this light, and I still don't really need them all on because the bedrooms in general don't need to be really, really bright. But then again, this is kind of dark. So we'll turn on this light, and we definitely want the light on in this room, this light. And that one had a new light in there, so it was already bright. And I think there's a light here that's off. Yeah, and we would like that light on. So there we go. And so they have room for more things. I didn't fill it out completely. I just did sort of what they had and the things I knew they needed. And let's just quickly check where everybody is. So she's got everything. She works in 14 hours. Jay has to still take one more sample from the ocean, which there seems to be a bit of a cool down. Can he take a sample over here? Does he have to go over there? He does. So, oh well, you got to go over there. You are good for that because you have maxed, if I remember correctly, your, I think you've maxed your fitness skill. You have. But you do need to go jogging for 2 hours. So why don't you, when you're over here, once you've done that and you get your work done, go here and then you can go jogging once you're over on that spot. It is very pretty, I have to say. You look like you're swimming in your clothes, Mr. whoever you are. But you can do that. That's fine. Oh, look, she's up. We can go wake her up. We can go do... Now, I normally leave babies for 2 sim days. And the way I check is I wait for this new baby moodlet to leave. But I'd like to see her as a toddler. There's not that much time left for this Let's Play. So I figure she's more interesting as a toddler than she is as a baby. So we would age her up. And... I'm going to do this. There we go. That's all done. And now we will age her up. And then we can put her toddler bed in there instead of her, oh, it looks like I saw 2 of her in there for a minute there. So she's aged up. I'm going to make her, I don't really know. Let's see what we get if we randomize Fussy. Can't say that Fussy is what I have a lot. Oh, well, we'll make her Fussy. Oh, she's so sweet. Now we need to give her a makeover. So I think I might leave her hair the way it is. The sweater has got to go because it's too warm for Sulani. It might be okay in the winter, not so good in any other time of the year, not so good in her everyday wear. And it's still summer, so it's quite a long time till it's winter. So I'm going to put this into our inventory. I'm going to take our toddler bed out, and I'm just double checking. I think there is already one on the wall. We're going to change the color to a little pink bed and a little pink thing there. And we'll make that pink, and we'll make that pink. She's got her girl that she's wanted. I got to get to the right spot. And there, that's pink. And I think I made it kind of genderless initially. I'm not going to make this pink. I'm going to make it white, actually. And that is already supposed to be white. Okay. We'll leave it how it is. And we'll change this one to be pink. Pink and green. So there, I think we have everything we need in the room, but I think I noticed that I need one of these. I forgot it in his room. I'm not going to put it here because it'll completely defeat the purpose of having that window, because there wouldn't be any ability to have any airflow, which, is what we kind of wanted. And so we're done with essentially anything we need to do with the renovation. And did you get your work task done? No, you have not got your work task done. But you're digging. Okay, I thought I asked you to take a sample. I didn't ask you to dig. Take a sample from the ocean. Can we get that done? And then we're going to give our littlest one a makeover as soon as he actually gets his work task done. There we go. He made his money. So go here now. And once you're there, I'm going to get you jogging, though I don't know whether me going into Create a Sim is going to stop that. But we'll see. Go jogging, since you need to do some jogging. And let's go back with Jana, because she's by her... She's closest to... Where is she? Oh, there she is. Oh, look at this. Solomon is reading to her. Oh, that's so adorable. I don't want to interrupt with a makeover. She's so cute. Oh, I'm totally going to leave her hair like that. It's adorable. So I'm going to take her into Create a Sim, and I will be back when I am done with her makeover. So here we go. I gave her a number of outfits. So here's her first of her everyday, her second. Of course, I have an emphasis on warmer weather clothes because they live in Sulani. There's her third one, her fourth one, and her fifth one. Now, the funny thing with this top is when I went in, she had this top on under formal wear, which I didn't really like it under formal wear, but I thought it was really cute with the popsicles on it. So I went and gave her it in her everyday wear. So there's her first formal. So she has a city living. She has an island living dress there. And then that's just one that came with the free game update, which I think is adorable. And for sleepwear, of course, little diapers. I love the different colors diapers that we have now for toddlers. And then just a bottom. Of course, it's warm here, so emphasis on lighter clothes. Apart from, she has a couple that are warmer. So here's a full one with sleeves. And for those, if it's a cooler night, and then there's a full one-piece pajama for her. And for her party wear, I did go with some pink, even though a lot of my stuff, I have some blue in it because of the blue ribbon in her hair. I really wish there was an option to change the color of the ribbons in the hair. But, because there was there. So this one I had the little blue on the cat's mouth and her ears, but there's some pink, so that's sort of a in-between compromise. And there's some pink and blue in that one, not very much blue, but a little bit of blue. And then totally again pink, completely pink with yellow and white, of course. Very sweet. This is sort of, I don't know what that pink would be called, but it's kind of pink with some blue in the swimwear. And again, full on sort of pinkish. And they're pink and blue again. I think that's really cute. And then we're moving on to hot weather. So I thought the bumblebee was adorable, and who cares about the color in her hair, even though it doesn't go. Like, I already didn't care for some things. And she did have this, not this color of skirt, but she had this on. And I can't say it's something I use very much, but I thought that I would try it for, the Island Living Let's Play. And then I matched it with a little pink top and little pink shoes. And again, there's a pink and blue, which could be used in swimwear. And she has something, I don't think it's the same color. I don't remember, but she has that on in her swimwear. And back to just the blue and whites and whatnot. I think that's a really cute outfit. And here we go, another little blue and white outfit. And then for cold weather, even though it's not cold, I got this one. I went with the color on the bottom because I wanted to match the cat. And I thought that I would choose the one with the cat. Of course, what I usually do with cold weather is I get rid of the cold weather category so that I can pick what I want. Somehow the game has brought it back for some reason, maybe because I left and came back in, which is why you cannot see this top here under the tops, because it is not considered a cold weather top. But to me, this is just as cold weather as this, so I don't really see. And because you put it in this category, it'll still count as being cold weather. And then another cute little one piece, again, like I said, especially with it being Sulani, but even without being in Sulani, I often do this, because in the game, in other worlds where it is actually cold in the winter, the Sims will wear their winter or their cold weather clothes inside the house, which I don't feel like always changing them out. So a lot of times I make most of their cold weather clothes essentially warmer clothes that you would wear inside in the winter, so that it's only if they happen to be in like their outdoor gear that I'll change their outfit, and I'll just leave them in what they have, just so that I'm not, especially because I play with large households and I'm not constantly wanting to, every time I load up a save, having to change. Or even if you go into create a sim and come back out, it does the same thing for me, at least. There is actually a reported issue about that on EA Answer headquarters, but there's probably more important things for them to fix than that. That's just more of a nuisance versus actually causing any real gameplay issue. Though, of course, if you have laundry day and you actually change their clothes, it does generate a lot more laundry. So there's another cute little outfit. Some of these she's wearing in other categories, just now I gave her different colors. And then this little top here came with Get Famous. And again, you can see it is not considered cold weather wear, but I figure this is actually the coldest weather wear she has on, I think. This is her coat. But whether she makes it to cold weather, we may possibly leave the island and go to one of the other areas, and in the fall it can be cooler, so there's a chance we may see this on her. But that is it for her little her clothing makeover. So we're going to actually leave this part here. I think it's probably gone on long enough. In the next part, we'll be back with more gameplay. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much!